probably talked to Will and said, that wasn't the time or the place. And I don't know, because Tyron, you are kind of a hothead with certain situations. And I don't like it, but at the same time, I do feel like it's needed. Feel like it's needed. Feel like it's needed. Feel like.
Yeah, I agree with that because you got to understand this from a man's perspective. Like, essentially, like, next to God, like, your significant other, whether it be, girlfriend, fiance, wife, like, that's the person that you're going to spend the most time with. And, like, it's a reflection on yourself. So I'm not going to sit up here and say like, okay, yeah, I don't think that was the best thing that he could have did, but I don't care. Like, if I disrespect somebody's wife, I can't get mad at how they react because at the end of the day, with every action, there's a reaction, and you can't tell nobody how to feel. So if I call somebody a bitch and they shoot me, yeah, they may have took it in too far, but I was out of pocket in the first place. Now, in certain situations, yeah, you could talk to somebody, you could do this, you can do that. But at the same time, you can't get like my whole focus is, yeah, y'all saying that Will Smith was wrong. And we could argue, we could debate, if that was the situation or whatever. But at the end of the day, you gotta hold, because like my thing was when yesterday was y'all was mad at Will Smith, but y'all wasn't holding Chris Rock accountable. Like, because at the end of the day, that's something that I know somebody who has alopecia. That's not something that's like a lot of stress that causes that. So you don't understand, like, we don't know what's the situation that's causing that. And like I said, Chris Rock has already had history before of disrespecting or quote unquote disrespecting Jada at that point. So at the end of the day, like, I don't feel like yes, you can go too far. Like, if like he just slapped him, then like he literally just slapped him. It wasn't like he fucking punched him in the face, like jumped him, shot him. He slapped him, walked calmly to his fucking seat, and said, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." That's all he fucking did. But see, the problem is that Will Smith did it, and these people are shocked because they thought he was one of the good ones, in quotation marks.
West Philadelphia, born and raised. I spent most of my days. You know what I'm saying? People will test you until you bring your old self out, the person that you buried. You know what I'm saying? And they'll keep on poking you. But this situation, toxic masculinity. People use stuff in so many different ways now, man. I just don't anymore, man. I think he did what he was supposed to do, like I stated earlier, man. It's something my dad always tells me, like, when people react the way that I don't like, or, you know what I'm saying, I see somebody do something, I'm like, why are they doing that? You know what I'm saying? And my father always tells me, like, they weren't raised how you were, you know what I'm saying? So you can't expect them to do the things you do. You can't expect them to react how you would react. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you can't expect Will to react how you would react. You know what I'm saying? You can't, the nice person that you are, going up on stage and saying, hey, could you please keep my wife's name out of your mouth, please? You know what I'm saying? Like, that might have worked for you. You know what I'm saying? That might have worked for 100 other actors and actresses. But Will Smith, it didn't work for him like that. Unfortunately, when you're in this situation, like, you just can't script. It's not an act. You know what I'm saying? This is not an act. You know what I'm saying? This is not a role that he's filling in this position. This is like right on the spot happening. Somebody's talking about somebody that you love. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just like when a fight happens, somebody can teach you how to do everything in a fight, but when you get into that situation, it's instinct. You know what I'm saying? So, like, in that situation, Will used instinct. And his instinct told him to go up on the stage and slap him in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? And I like I said, you know my stance on the situation, so I won't reiterate it. But you know, that's how I feel about what you said.
Yeah, so AJ, let me get you back up in here, man. So do you think that what do you think should be the resolution, or what do you think should happen to Will Smith and Chris Rock, if you want to expound on that?
The resolution, there is no resolution. The resolution has to be between them two to figure out what it is. Us as people, we can sit here and say what we think is a resolution, but it's the same way. Like, it touches home because I got two people that I'm close to that it hasn't been confirmed if they have alopecia, but they do have some type of hair loss. So I get it. I understand what Jada could be going through, put it like that. And it's the same way how EJ said, like, they came to me and talked to me about it. Get what I'm saying? So I understand how that is to be the person who you get confided, for a person to confide in you to just want to talk to you about things. So, I mean, I get it. Like, it's a resolution. The resolution, like, to say that word, like, it's hard to say what it could be because everybody has their own terms of what the resolution should be. So, I mean, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. Like, I did see him apologize. Like, I did see Will Smith apologize, and he did apologize to Chris on Instagram and said that he was out of pocket and that there's no place for violence and everything like that. But I mean, I feel like what really got overshadowed was him actually winning the Oscar for King Richard, which celebrates a black man teaching his daughters, getting them, putting his life on the line to say, I got two daughters that is going to be number 1 and number 2 in the world in tennis. And actually getting them and allowing them to accomplish that goal. I mean, they came from the mud. They came out of Compton. Get what I'm saying? Nobody really didn't even think that shit would have happened. And I mean, the family was actually there. So, I mean, like, that got overshadowed due to the fact that, I mean, everybody is so caught up on the whole slap and everything. Like, nobody ain't even really talking about him actually winning the Oscar for his performance, his actual performance in that movie. So, I mean, for me, a resolution, I feel like them two would need to have a one-on-one, not squaring up, but literally just having a one-on-one talk, or a 2-on-1, which is really him, Jada, Will, Jada, and Chris, all of them to have a conversation so they can educate. Get what I'm saying? Like, this is a time that you educate, because not too many, like us in the black community, we don't educate. We sit here, we talk about everything, we make jokes about everything, we laugh about everything. But on the downside, we do have education. But I mean, the thing about it is we don't try to educate one another. We're quick to bring each other down. We're very quick to bring each other down. But when do we bring each other up? And the thing about it is, when we are up, guess what? We don't want to share the information. We don't want to share the information. Why? Because you're afraid that if you share the information on how you got up, oh, that person gonna do it better than what you do. So that's gonna bring your money down. At the end of the day, it's plenty, man. It's like I finished it on the last podcast. It's plenty of money out here, though. No matter what it is. At the black community, guess what? We're the last to teach our kids about credit. We're the last to teach our kids about how to come up in the world. We don't even set our kids up for success. Get what I'm saying? Like, success is, you gotta understand what it is to be successful, because we all have this crab mentality. That's why we all sit here and say we got it from the mud. Yeah, that's where crabs live, in the fucking mud. Guess what? You know how the fuck you get shit? Because crabs, you know how you get a goddamn big ass bushel of crabs? You put fucking meat in a goddamn pot, in a goddamn crab trap. You put some raw meat in that motherfucker. You throw it in the mud, and guess what? The crabs come to it. You know what the fuck that's called? The fucking ghetto. Give you some goddamn, the government give you some meat. All y'all fighting over that same goddamn meat. But guess what? As soon as we put you in a fucking pot, and we go to pick you up, and put you in a pot because, oh, you're special. Guess what the rest of the crabs do? Grab that motherfucker to pull them down, because you don't want no one to be better than you. At the end of the day, like I said, it's plenty money out here for everybody. So we got to get out this crab mentality. And that's the same thing. Social media is a crab mentality. Why? Because it's that instant, that quick. Ooh, let me do this. If I do this, boom, everybody gonna laugh. Everybody gonna do that. Ooh, I got 1 million likes off of doing this one damn thing. Oh, I'm gonna be famous. Nigga, no. It takes way more than just one post to get you to be famous. But at the same time, once you become famous, then what you do? You hate on everybody that's down. You don't put shit in your own community. You don't even try. It's like, dog, I'm up. I'm going to stay where I'm at. I worked hard to get there. I'm not trying to get back down to where I was. But at the end of the day, you're not educating nobody else to get up there. So at the end of the day, it's like, it's just hard, because the simple fact of the matter is, like, when it comes down to it, really, like, it's really just hard for me to answer, because I don't, like I said, for me, I have a fiance, and I'll protect her no matter what. So at the end of the day, like, I don't know, because it's not me. I don't know how I would react if that was me in Will's predicament. Get what I'm saying? So that's just it. I'm pretty sure I might have gone off the deep end. And like everybody said, like how EJ said, like, he just picked his reaction. He went with it. But behind every reaction, there's a consequence. So you just gotta weigh your options on what it is. You gotta live with it. But I mean, man to man, like if a man slapped me, that's the ultimate disrespect. I'd rather you punch the fuck out of me and lay me out. Because at the end of the day, like, to me as a black man, like, even in the slavery, they never said to this open hand slap. That was just the ultimate form of disrespect. Because guess what? Everybody say I slap the shit out you. Nobody don't never say I punch the fuck out you. They slap the shit out you, because that's the ultimate form of disrespect, and that's what I feel. Like, you ultimately disrespect another man on national TV. So, I mean, it's up to them, like, really to figure out what the resolution is. But, I mean, Will, his career, Chris Rock's career he's a comedian. He makes jokes. That's how he built his career. Will Smith was a rapper, but he was a rapper turned actor. But at the same time, majority of his movies, majority of his TV shows are really based off of comedy. So, I mean, at the same time, I get how Chris can look and say, hey, it was a jokey joke or whatever like that, thinking, okay, well, you know, we both joke a lot. So, I mean, I get that, but at the same time, like I said, it was a form of disrespect. And like Jerry said, a woman's crown is her main thing, so we shouldn't be talking about it because you never know how people feel. I mean, we portray who we are outside our front door and everything, but behind closed doors, you can be a whole nother person. So my thing is, like, educate. Education is best. Growth is what it's all about. If you don't grow, you're never gonna get nowhere.
Oh, y'all didn't hear that round of applause? Dang. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I was playing a round of applause sound effects. I'm sorry, man. I was trying to get, because that shit was so deep, man. Nah, man. Man,
It was deep, but I got something to say about that. I got something to counter that.
Go ahead.
Okay, I understand what you're saying about the whole education piece. Like, I get that, but don't discredit the fact that when somebody is out here trying to educate or put back in their community, don't nobody want to listen. And I just kind of feel like, for me, I've experienced that. All the shit that I do, that I've been through, the shit that I know, if somebody was to come to me and ask me, how do you do this, or how do you do that, I'm willing to put you on. Because one thing about it, we can all eat. It's 50 loaves of different kinds of bread at the grocery store. Everybody got the same idea, but you ain't got to have the same plan to get there. So I just kind of feel as though sometimes when you are willing to put people on, they're not willing to accept it. But if Becky down the street came and told you the same shit, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, that is so true. No, bitch, I said the same thing. I don't feel like we trust one another to even get to the point to where when it is being put in motion for me to put you on, you don't question me. Because that's what I think that I run into a lot with people. It's a lot of questioning and, oh, you know, this and that. Because, I mean, think about it. When people go to a car dealership and you're black, you're going to trust a white man before you trust a black man any day to sell you a fucking car. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Like, no. Like, and then even when you do have somebody who is willing to help you as a black person, let's just say, hey, they may not call you back or they messed up one time. You're talking shit. But if it was a white person, it's more acceptable. So I just kind of feel as though if we're going to have these real conversations about what we should be doing to move black people in the right direction, let's go ahead and just talk about how black people need to be more willing to trust their people. Because we don't trust each other.
Yeah, that's facts. Because I'm gonna say this too. I think the reason why Will Smith did what he did was not only because of the fact that what was said to him, but he has been I would say he's been publicly humiliated over. I don't remember when all that entanglement shit happened last year, but the one thing about especially black men is our pride. That's what gets us in trouble the fucking most. Our pride will fucking be the fucking devil because, like I told this to Jerry, like there was situations where, you know, that I was put in where if shit went the other way, I wouldn't be here right now. You know, at the end of the day, because of things that I had to swallow. This man, like black men have to swallow so, and black women too. This is just not, but a lot of black men, like we swallow so
Thank you
much.
for that correction. Thank
Yes,
you.
because we have to swallow so much in, like because we have to put out this fake tough machismo, like we this, that, and the third. But on the inside, we could be hurting like a motherfucker, like because our pride is so fucking strong. We so afraid to ask for help. And I can honestly say Will Smith was fucking made fun of. Future was making fun of him. Kevin Samuels just came out yesterday, said something about him. Like, bruh, who? And the sad part is he's a public figure. So every day you wake up and you seeing somebody saying, "Yeah, Will Smith lame as fuck. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. He's getting publicly humiliated." So when shit happens to you like that, that's a short fuse. And he probably said, "You know what? Fuck this shit. I'm gonna slap the fuck out of Chris Rock right here, right now, because I'm fed up with this shit." EJ, what you think about this, man?
Thanks. I mean, I'm just gonna read. You know, I feel like I've overstated myself. You know, like so. I'm just gonna read Chris Rock's statement. And it says, as a comedian, it can be difficult to understand which lines are to be crossed and which ones aren't. Last night, I crossed the line that I shouldn't have and paid the enormous price of my reputation as a renowned comedian. Comedy is never about poking fun at or making light of people with major ordeals happening in their lives. Comedy is about using real life circumstances to create laughter and bring light to an otherwise dark world. I'm sorry. With that said, I sincerely apologize to my friends Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, and the rest of the Smith family for the disrespect and disregard I displayed, which was unfortunately broadcasted for the world to see. I hope that with time, forgiveness can come of this situation. We can all be better, more considerate people in the end. So what Chris Rock said basically sums up, you know, everything how I feel about the situation. I don't think anybody needs to be punished, you know, or, you know, looked down on or, you know, canceled or anything. I think these guys are grown men, you know what I'm saying? Chris Rock is 57, like I said earlier, and Will Smith is 53. They'll hash this out. I just think that it should be a learning tool for everybody. You know, people don't play about their families, you know what I'm saying? People don't play about their wives. They don't play about those type of things, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, women don't play, and we know, you know, if you, obviously, you know, you could be whatever race, you know, women don't play about their hair, so or anything for that matter, and they're already like AJ said, like Jerry stated, you know, they already have it hard. It's already a lot of things that they go through on a day in and day out basis. So let's not add to that, you know. So everybody just, you know, just be considerate of everybody's feelings. That's what I just want that message to be.
Thanks. And like Jerry was saying, like I agree with that though, like wholeheartedly. Like the whole thing about us not being able to like accept and be willing to be teachable. Like that's just something that it's hard because I mean you grow up in a society where the Black culture is so unwilling to trust. So I mean it's hard. It's hard to really go out there and say, "Oh well, I'm trying to put you on game, so I'm gonna trust you." Now I mean, it's to this dog mentality, like dog eat dog. That's what it is, and I mean, to a lot of people, it's like, "Oh well, let me try to put you on." Like I see this, I know what I'm talking about. Like let me put you on. But then in the back of your mind, you sitting there and you really like, are you really trying to put me on? Or are you just trying to come up and use me as bait? So, I mean, it's hard. So, I mean, like, really, like, the whole trusting thing is really, you got to pick and choose who you trust and what you trust. But at the same time, if you don't feel like you can trust what somebody telling you, educate yourself. Get what I'm saying? It's easy to go out here and read about some shit. Like I didn't even know about credit. I didn't even like my woman put me on to what credit really is. Get what I'm saying? Like I'm a 31-year-old man out here and I'm just learning what the hell credit is. Get what I'm saying? Like us, like to be honest, like you really gotta understand what it is. Like I sit here and I think back to what credit really is, and I'm sitting here and I know motherfuckers that got shit in their kids' name. That goddamn really, you put shit in your kids' name all because you done fucked up your shit. So then now when you don't pay your shit that you put in your kids' name, your kids ain't gonna benefit. Why? Because you done fucked up their credit. So it's like, come on, man, on some real shit. Like we gotta do better, man. We really gotta do better. Because the simple fact of the matter is, like, if we don't teach one another, then it's gonna be hard out here, and the times are only gonna get harder. Like time ain't really got no weight. You can't stop time at all. That bitch gonna keep going no matter what. So at the end of the day, like if you don't feel comfortable with it, like do what I do. Like if I don't know some shit, I go look it up, get the information for myself, so I can be like, all right, well, I heard what you said. I read what the fuck it is. Let's do it. Get what I'm saying? Teach me. Because at the end of the day, knowledge is power. But if you don't know nothing, you'll never have that power. So, I mean, get educated on shit, on some real shit.
Facts, man. Man, AJ, man, I know you cut your hair off, man, but you need to grow it back, bro, because you preaching up in here, man. With that being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the night. Be sure to check this. We got a podcast coming out on Saturday, man. But I'm glad that we was able to get to this. Just hope that everybody on both sides, have healing energy, and that Will Smith, hopefully is doing okay. And I don't really have. I mean, Chris Rock did get slapped. I'm glad that he did take the higher role and see what he did do. But yeah, man, this was a really good podcast. Thanks to Jerry, AJ, and Eric for joining. And yeah, man, y'all just keep, and whew, man, that was man, AJ, man. I'm sorry, bro. You got me mesmerized. That shit was deep, man. But for real though, man, yeah, man. Thank you guys for listening. You guys enjoy your night. And join us back on Saturday for We the Culture the Podcast. This is Tyrone, and we are out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.